This is my game button multipliers. I did the data stores in GUI in Devlog number 2 and map making in Devlog number 1, links in description. And we're making the game support really big numbers. We did a bit in Devlog number 2, but that was only the GUI and display function. Okay, let's get into it. But first, let's get a handle on how we store really big numbers. In the system, really big numbers are split into two. A value that is somewhat precise and stores the real stat value, but a lot smaller. The second value is not precise and shows how big the value is. One is thousands, two is millions, and so on. Now for the actual making a game part. I made correction as the first value should never go over 1000. When that happens, divide the first value by 1000 and add 1 to the second value. Adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, exponents, and logarithms. Also, the logarithms are custom based. Now the debugging. I fixed a few issues that threw errors, but the operation still didn't work. Even weirder, the game said my stats were the default stats. Also, when I tried doing the exact same thing during the game running, oh, by the way, you can do that, it worked. So it worked, but it didn't. I decided to rework the data stores even though the GUI was working and always has been since the end of the second part 1 of Devlog number 2. And it uses the data stores. Now the data store rework. The old data store system created 10 number-like things and stored them in the player object. The new one has one module script from the start and stores them in the starter player object. This really didn't fix anything, it literally just made things worse. So I tried reverting back, but it was really hard since reverting using the website straight up didn't work. Also, a new game was made, but it was just a copy of the reverted version when the original was also reverted. It was probably a byproduct of the reversion. Now, time for. I did some stuff that also didn't do anything, but after that I looked in the GUI script since it worked. The thing that fixed it was not putting the value property. It's number-like and has some extra properties in the variable declaration instead of having it in each time it was used. And after that, it worked, and that's the end. You can click off now.